Hello, this is Lisa Hazard with the podcast We're All Psychic. And guess what? It's finally time for tarot lesson 6, 7. I can't remember. But I've been pretty laid up. I had some neck problems. And I left you in high suspense for the wands, the suit of wands for our tarot lesson, for the last tarot lesson of learning about the suits. This is also a video podcast, and I'll put the link to the video if it works out in the description of the podcast, and you can watch it on YouTube if you're interested in seeing the cards. So if you've been paying attention and watching the videos, started out talking about the numbers and the suits and what everything kind of stands for. And then I did the cups and the spectacles and the swords. Oh, the swords are dreadful. And now we get firelight. And guess what firelight means? Candlelight, fire, wands. So these are the wands. They're my favorites. This is my favorite suit, and I really wanted to do it by candlelight. And I'm in my she tent. It's a great night, guys, and I feel healthy. That's always a great thing too. So to start off, wands are fire. It's about your energy work. It's about your motivation. It's about just feeling the vibration, feeling the inspiration, feeling like doing stuff, motivation. It's just great stuff. I love the wands, and it's the magic. It's what makes things progress and happen. So let's start with the Ace of Wands. This is the Ace. It's got the hand and the cloud, and it got that big bold wand. So the Ace of Wands is a lot about getting a new idea, getting a new inspiring idea that you want to just do something. And sometimes it's a kind of a sexy card too, like, hey, how are you doing? And it can also be an opportunity to create something, an opportunity to work with your energy. Most of the time it's an idea for me, unless I'm doing a love reading, and then it's so a lot of the wands can. So then when you see it reversed, oh, and by the way, this is a yes. And when you see it reversed, you're kind of uninspired, not really feeling it. You might be like misdirection of energy, just not all like psyched up, because there's a wand pointing down. It's kind of a sad wand. And in the case of a yes or no, it's usually a not yet. It's going to happen, but not yet. So that's the Ace of Wands. So then we have the Two of Wands. This guy, he's sitting here. He's got two wands on either side. He's looking out at some lands and he's looking way out over that sea. He's got the world in his hands. So he's thinking about all the things he can do. And he's trying to make a decision. That's what this card's about. Making a decision with all his ideas and his energy and his motivation. What's he going to do? He doesn't know. He hasn't made the decision yet. But when you reverse him, he made the decision. What's he going to do? Sometimes this can be on the extreme of not making a decision or having to make a decision. Like, I will not make this decision. It's kind of like the Two of Swords. But the two things coming together in this two are the ideas you have and the decision you must make with the two. So then with the Three of Wands, this guy made a decision. He's a fool again. He's got three wands in this picture. I mean, this picture doesn't really show a whole lot. It's kind of like the two. And he's making some plans now. He's launching his ideas and his inspiration. He's making all kinds of plans, and he's going to do them too. And when you see him reversed, he's thinking too small. He could be thinking about it differently and make things a little better for him. But he's not really got his plan straight. So he needs to work on it a little more. Or it can be he's moving forward with that plan and he's boom, out there. So now we have the Four. I love the Four of Wands. It's such a great card. It's always a happy card. I mean, most people read it. Means the same thing both ways. So, hey, look at that. It's a celebration. This is also a wedding card or a celebration. I love reading if they're asking, are we going to get married? Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And it's also a rite of passage. It's like, see the wands around the castle and the people dancing. It's kind of the way the poles are set up. Kind of reminds me of that, like, rite of passage. And then reversed, it's the same thing to me. And sometimes you can see it as like party by yourself, celebrate by yourself. And then here it can be celebrate with other people. I like to see it that way too. Some people say this might be like stifling routine, or like, or saying like, I do not want to go celebrate. I'm so tired of it. Some people see it that way, but I always see it. It's always a happy card. Always a celebration. It's a good thing. But then we have a 5. And you know, 5s. 5 of Wands is probably the most positive 5. I might not look like it. See these guys, they're all like, they've got their wands. They're having some problems. But they're problem solving. That's kind of what this card's about. And it's about athletics and competition sometimes. And sometimes fighting. But flirting at the same time. That kind of fighting. But then when we get to reversed, it's like out for blood. Somebody's not fighting right. Somebody's fighting dirty. Somebody's arguing on purpose. Somebody's causing problems. And they cannot be solved because that person doesn't want them solved. Pretty aggressive card here usually. Sometimes it can mean the competition isn't there though, or it can mean stiff competition. So the 5s, you know, use your intuition, like I said before with the 5s. But it's a transition, it's a big change. So then we have the 6 of Wands. Oh, that's a happy card too. This guy, he finally got where he wanted to go. He's got 6 love, and he is being recognized. He is successful. It's a successful card, and he's not egotistical about it. He's just he earned it. He earned this praise, and he's riding his horse. Yeah, I got my laurel. Yeah, I'm doing good. So he's all happy. Then reversed, maybe his ego got in the way, or maybe he didn't get recognized. He didn't get the recognition he deserved. So I usually see it that way, or maybe someone feels this way. Maybe that's not necessarily the truth, but it could represent how they feel. They're not getting the attention they want or deserve, or what they feel like they deserve. And like I said, it can be big ego too. So then we have the 7 of Wands. I like this card. He's defending what matters. He's got the high ground, and they have the low ground. These Wands, and he's gonna get them. But he's not a bad guy. He's defending what matters. He's standing up for what he believes in. His energy, what his energy is telling him to believe in and fight up against it. He's got all these things against him, but he's gonna beat him. He's up there on the high ground. And then on reverse, remember this is active waiting. So yeah, he's actively waiting for those people to back down. And then here, he backed down. He backed down too soon, or maybe he thought it wasn't worth fighting for what he was fighting for anyway. So he's saying, no, not fighting for this. Not fighting for this. I'm backing down. I'm going to take a break. I'm backing out. I'm bowing out. And then we have the 8 of Wands, which is a fun card. Okay, it's over. That's how fast the 8 of Wands goes. It's a fast card. Something's happening fast. Sometimes it's a message on the way. Something's happening fast. And you can just, I mean, people. It's going so fast, there's no people. It's just usually an idea. A lot of times, if you read about the 8 of Wands, they're like, oh, you got this going on. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't find it. But unpredictable. There we go. Unpredictability. Then when you reverse it, stop. Dead stop. It can be aimless, directionless, or the wrong direction. But it's usually a stop. Stop what you're doing. Stop and look around. And then we have, or it can be a misdirected energy. Misdirection. Yeah, with the wrong way. With my juju. Then we have the 9 of Wands. I like the 9 of Wands. A lot of people have a lot of opinions. This guy, he looks pretty guarded. He looks like he got beat up. But he's learned his lesson. He knows how to defend himself. He knows how to take care of himself now. I always see this as a learned lesson. A lot of people think it's keeping your guard up, because you've learned that if you don't, you'll get screwed. But in this case, I always see it as learning the lesson that you're trying. A lot of time, I don't see the 9 of Wands upright very often. A lot of people aren't learning their lessons. And then reverse, not learning the lesson. Or putting your guard down. It's a completion card, so you've learned. Or not learned. And completed. So then we have the 10. Oh, that guy's back's gotta be killing him. He's carrying all those wands by himself. And, he does need to share the burdens with other people. So he's like, this card kind of represents you've made it. You got the success you wanted with your idea from the ace or your inspiration. And now you need some help. A lot of times I see this card when someone really needs to talk about what's going on in their lives and they're holding it back. And they're carrying everything for everyone else. They really need to talk to someone or just get some help, or they need to go ahead and find the help and just get some help with their work, get some help with their inspiration because they've got too much responsibility, or just talk it out what's burdening, with all the stuff you're carrying. This person needs to talk about it. Someone. Now we have the happy families. Woo, the people, the face cards. I love face cards. These grays are great. I love the wands. They make me so happy. Page of Wands. He is learning the wand. And he is good news. This guy's always good news. Always good news. He brings the good news. And he's inspiring. Sometimes it means a new identity, which I think is a very interesting kind of description of him. And he's just always welcome when I see him. And then reversed, he's has some bad news. And sometimes he can be real uninspired. He can be not working with his energy, or he doesn't have confidence in it sometimes. Misdirection too, misdirected energy. A lot of the wands reversed are the misdirected energy. So then we have the Knight. I love the Knight of Wands. He always meets his goal. He's got so much inspiration and juju. He's working with it. He's gonna make that goal. Every time I see the Knight of Wands, it's about making a goal. And a lot of times it's to get the girl or the guy or them, get them in love with them, or to get the job going, or to get that band going, or whatever it is this Knight of Wands wants to do. He's gonna do it. And then reversed, he's kind of directionless. He's kind of aimless. He's not sure what to do with all his energy. Or maybe he's lost his energy and mojo and he's not going to make his goal today. But overall, he keeps flipping it around. He always flipping it around. He's always trying. And then we have the Queen of Wands. One of my favorite cards. Yeah, because it has a cat. But she's a great, great card. So to me, this is life purpose card. No, like Queen of Wands, she's got all the juju, all the energy. She's that sunflower. And she does have a life purpose, and she's going after it. She inspires other people, too. She's sexy, too. She's real sexy. She's just charming, and everybody likes her. Nobody doesn't like her, unless they're jealous. That just happens. They probably still like her anyway, because she's great. And then reversed, she's kind of selfish. She's not thinking of other people. Whereas up here, she's always thinking of other people and how she can help them. And here, she's like, no, I think I'm gonna be really angry, and she can be wrathful. She can be directionless too. She can feel really bad about herself when she has the low energy. But then we have the King of Wands. King of Wands is sexy too. Oh, he's so influential. He's so charming and charismatic. He is the master of the wand. And I think he's a character. I mean, you just love him. He walks in a room, everyone's going to be like, hey, it's him. He's great. We love it when he comes. And he's just like telling everybody how it is in a happy way. He's always got a smile. He's charming. He's devoted to whoever he's with. However, when he's reversed, he's not devoted to who he's with. He is devoted to himself. And he is inauthentic. Very much. That's the key word I have with this. Inauthentic. You can take that however you want. A lot of times he's a dang narcissist. He's just in for it himself. And I don't really ever see him not having much energy. Not much fire. He always has fire. But in this case, he's doing questionable things with it. So those are the wands, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast video. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Everclear, too. Everclear is an advice app where you can get the guidance you need to create the life you deserve. And you get your advice from empaths and psychics. I work there, too. Highly recommend it, everclear.com. And I hope y'all learned something, and I hope to start doing some spread videos pretty soon. I'd figure out how to do that. Anyway, thank you for listening, as always, and I appreciate you very much. Bye.